Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today, we did take two trades, one on my top step accounts and the other on my new alpha account that I'm trying out. So I'm trying out alpha futures for the first time. We ended up taking a loss on the alpha futures account, but we did win on my top step accounts. So made 3K on the XFAs for top step, and unfortunately we did lose. I should have went break even before news, but we'll get into it. I should have lost on this trade, or I should have probably just went break even on this trade. That's what I should have done, or maybe I should have just closed. I was up pretty fat on this trade, but anyways, that was kind of the end of the 22 trade win streak. Basically, yeah. So yeah, that was the end of the 22 trade win streak. It finally came to an end with a loss on the alpha accounts, or the alpha account. But on the top set though, we still haven't lost a trade. But yeah, so I took a short to London lows right off of market open, and yeah, let's just get into it really quick. So basically, going into the day, we have a SMT with London highs right here, and we see that NQ is displacing lower to London lows along with ES as well. So they're both going lower, and I'm looking for London lows as a target. Looking at the hourly, right, we do see price is kind of choppy. So what I actually wanted for the day was price to take out London lows, and then we would continue higher to this 4-hour gap right here. So this was my overall draw, but what I wanted to see first was price coming down and taking out London low, and then we would see some sort of rebalance to London highs, and then we'd rebalance this move lower and then push to this unfilled 4-hour gap. That's kind of what I was looking at, but that didn't end up happening today. Actually just ended up completely dumping because after news release, it was kind of a weird day, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know why we just completely dumped like 200, 300 points, something like that. But anyway, let's get into the trade. If we go, literally I entered in the middle of the candle. Like my work day was basically done in like 15, 30 seconds. I don't even know how long it actually was, but so yeah, at 9:30, I see that the candle wicks higher, right, into this 3-minute gap right here. I wasn't specifically looking at the 3-minute gap, but I was just seeing what price was rejecting off of, and it was rejecting off of this gap right here. And then the candle ended up flipping and violently displacing lower. So I entered somewhere over here, and my stop was at the body high right here, and then I was targeting London low. So pretty quick and easy trade. I think my fill might have been worse because I actually did go in with 3 contracts. I'm pretty sure I entered here, but then like top step X like glitched out on me, and I think I got a fill like somewhere here, bro. But yeah, that was honestly like a very unfortunate fill, but my intended entry was right here. But yeah, this was a very like simple trade. It's just strictly off of my discretion, just due to the fact that pre-market was clearly going lower, and there really wasn't anything stopping us from taking out London lows. As you can see, like there's no actual fair value gaps here. It's just consolidation, and I'm just playing off of market open volatility to see that price is obviously going lower, right? It flips off of a gap and it goes lower, and there's not really much to explain. It's just a simple, quick and easy trade. So yeah, this trade literally lasted me maybe 15 seconds, something like that. So yeah, that was a trade that I took on the top step accounts. And then I realized after that I have an alpha account that I completely forgot about. So I was looking for some sort of entry. Well, I wasn't even looking for an entry. I was just kind of seeing if there was anything to take because, you know, my overall draw was this 4-hour gap. So I was kind of looking I was looking for a flip off of London lows, which we did end up getting. My initial entry actually wanted to be like right here. I wanted to enter right here off of this inverse, this nice inverse right here. There is nice liquidity up above, right? We have this, all of this low resistance liquidity right here, right? So this is nice, but as you can see, if we go back to here, I was holding all the way up to 420. I just wanted to hit the consistency rule, which is 40%. So the max you could make on 100K qualified, a zero qualified account, it's basically a funded account. The max you can make is 40% of your total profit. So like the max payout with an alpha account is 3K for the zero accounts for the zero plan. So bring the balance up to 6K, and then 40% of that is 2,400. So I was targeting 2,400 on the day. Probably should have closed it early, or should have went break even, but I was playing pretty aggressive with these, so I ended up losing 2K on the day. But yeah, anyways, let's go back into it, right? So I missed my entry right here. I kind of wasn't paying attention, and right here actually marks a change in the state of delivery right here, right? So this is a change in the state of delivery, and then we see price kind of respecting it right here. So let's see if I actually enter off of that. Yeah, so I did enter off of the change in state of delivery. I kind of entered in this consolidation right here. This is where I entered because I saw that price was respecting this level right here. So took my entry. I was targeting all the way up here, like 420, right? All the way up here. Again, maybe I should have closed at this high right here. This was definitely a good place to close. Yeah, more than enough. This is definitely beautiful. Again, my stop was, like, I was just really playing the safe, so I was doing a 1-to-1. Maybe I could have put my stop right here because we did have this fair value gap protecting us. But because just due to the fact that I was trying to hold all the way up to 420, I was fine with giving my trade a little bit more breathing room. So that's why I did have my stop all the way like at London lows right here. So yeah, and there's also SMT at London lows, so I was more confident with putting my stop over here. So yeah, this was my stop, and price ends up displacing right here, right? I could have taken profit right here, but I decided not to again, and it did kind of come back to bite me, right? Again, I think I was being a little bit too greedy, and I still deal with these issues. It's like it doesn't go away, right? But obviously I did take that risk, and I was pretty confident in the draw. Like I was pretty confident at least this would have gotten taken out. Like this was my initial break-even point, just due to the fact that I was targeting this 4-hour gap. But if I was targeting this high right here, then this would have been my break-even point because this is the internal high. But yeah, so news actually was like in 13 minutes at this point, and you know we go higher, we edge this high, and then we respect this gap right here. So we respect this 2-minute gap, and then we end up going higher. Then we edge this high, and then we go lower. It's like at this point I wasn't really feeling that comfortable in the trade, and I should have probably just moved my stop to break even at this point, which was a mistake, right? And we did have 3 minutes before news, 2 minutes before news release. So honestly, anything could happen at that point, and look what happened, right? Just a complete, just a complete Drake candle to the downside. There's no wick. This opened the new 4-hour candle as well. There was no wick at all, and we just ended up taking my stop eventually. Right here, right? We take my stop right here, get stopped out. I was still looking for longs just due to the fact that this 4-hour candle literally opened with no wick. There was no wick at all on this 4-hour candle, and we never ended up going up higher. The entire day just ended up dumping without having a wick on this 4-hour candle. So that was kind of suspicious to me. That's why I was saying that I didn't understand why price ended up dumping the entire day. So yeah, that was the loss that I took, and we just ended up going lower and lower and lower. No sign of retracement. I guess the only thing that there kind of was this short, I guess, but targets, this was kind of the only target, this low and this hourly gap right here. But beside that, I mean, like, there really wasn't much to target after that trade. We were kind of in this 4-hour gap right here, right? We were just stuck in this 4-hour gap, no real lower targets. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to engage in this. There's no point. I already took a loss for the day. So I ate that loss. I wasn't trying to, Actually, no, I hit the daily loss limit, so I couldn't even have done anything. So like with the zero plan, your daily loss limit is 2K. So I was risking my daily loss limit for this trade just because I was really convicted in the draw. This was a really good setup. We took out London lows. We have nice displacement higher. I would have taken this any day of the week, but I don't know about holding to this 4-hour gap. I think that was a little bit too much. I was expecting too much from this price action, especially looking at the hourly time frame. Wasn't looking that great, right? So probably should have at least held to this high, I think, right? And my stop should have been a little bit tighter for sure. Should have had my stop right here. There's no reason for price to go back down here anyway, right? So there's no point in me trying to risk those extra points and just screw up my RR, because we already have an SMT with London lows, and we have a nice displacing candle that inverts this fair value gap right here, right? So yeah, I mean, this should have been my target, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You take L's. I'm not too mad. I know I'll get that account back up, maybe next trade, or who knows, maybe it'll take a few trades to get the balance back up. But I don't mind, because I'm gonna stick to my model, and yeah, I don't really worry about it. I don't really stress about it. It's not that deep. It's just one trade, win or loss, I move on to the next day. So yeah, that was basically the 2 trade recaps for today. And if you're already not in the Discord, go ahead and join up. Just join the Discord. I'll leave it in the description below. I post all my trade recaps here, so you can kind of see the type of trades that I'm taking. I also post them on the YouTube channel here. But if you want to join a nice community, a nice free community, then yeah, go ahead and join up in the description below. There's a ton of cool people in the Discord. They just bounce off ideas off of each other. People talk a lot in there. So yeah, if you're feeling lonely in your trading, or you just need some people to talk to, some new people to meet, go ahead and join the description or the Discord. I'll leave it down in the description below. But yeah, I'll see you guys next video.